Yes, sir. The boys back in town. One half of the RSN podcast. It's the SLYCE. What's going on, people? What's going on? Hope everybody having a great day. It is November the 13th, which means it is my birthday. So shout out to me. Shout out to everybody who shot me a happy birthday text or post. I appreciate that. Much love. Much love to all y'all out there. We're gonna get into some. If I could talk, right, some rap, sports, and news, and I'm gonna share some things with you guys. So first, I know a couple weeks back, Benny the Butcher dropped. I think it's called Big Dog with Lil Wayne, and I like the track and everything. But there's a lot of controversy online. People talking about it, man. They talking about how Wayne killed the feature and he out rapped Benny. And I feel like when I first heard it, it was like, okay, like it vibes, like they complement each other. Like I feel like sometimes when two people can try to out-bar each other, it can make for a bad song, but good, you know what I'm saying? Good raps, but maybe a bad song. But I feel like it balanced out. I feel like Wayne killed the feature. He did what he's known to do. Wayne kills features. And he did that. I feel like, yeah, if I had to be honest, yeah, I feel like he out-rapped Benny on that one. But I felt like Benny wasn't, like, he ain't do nothing bad. It felt like Wayne just, his personality, his swag just shined on that track. So shout out to both Benny and Wayne. Peace and love to y'all. Far as sports, man, we got to get this thing right, Colorado. Ever since Coach Prime came over to Colorado, I've been a Colorado fan, so I've been repping with them every week. Win, lose, or draw. And, we got to get it right, man. That was a tough loss at home. If you don't know, Colorado lost at home by a field goal to Arizona. They had it. I feel like, some penalties and things like that. But at the end of the day, that's the last home game at Folsom Field. Peace and love to all the seniors, everybody who not coming back. Peace and love to everybody who is coming back. Going to be stronger next year. We got 2 more games, away games, and that'll be the season. But speaking of college football, man, I think this has been a great college football season. And I haven't watched it heavy like that. I normally watch it towards the end. But because of Colorado, I've been more in tune with college football this year. And it's been good, man. Oregon been doing their thing. They just beat USC. Of course, they spanked Colorado. But I think Oregon is going to be in the runnings for the national championship between Oregon. Of course, you got Michigan, Ohio State, Georgia, of course, always rooting for Georgia. And you got to watch out for, I think it's Washington with that quarterback. They're undefeated. I think it's Washington. I would love to see them in the college football playoffs as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see the rest of the stretch. It's going to be real good. Be tuned in with them. So shout out to everybody out there, college football. Man, I can't go against Georgia because we in Georgia. So, of course, I'm always rooting for Georgia. So I'm going to say Georgia for the national championship. And who's going to go against? I want to see somebody different. I want to see Ohio State. I want to see Michigan, even though they haven't been in it recently, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I would love to see like Georgia against, and I don't know how it breaks down, how it works, so throw it in the comments. But I would love to see Georgia against Washington, or Georgia against Washington or Oregon. Remember I said that. Let me see. Hold on. I could tell you right now. Let me see something. Let me see what the rankings is. Let me see what the college football rankings is right now. November 13th. Georgia number 1, Michigan number 2, Ohio State number 3, Florida State number 4. Can't forget about them. Washington number 5, Oregon number 6. All right, so right now I got Georgia, and I would like to see them play Washington. I don't know how this works with the playoffs this year. If Oregon can sneak into the playoffs, they're deadly. My top 3, because I haven't watched Michigan like that. I haven't watched Florida State at all. My top 3, I would say Georgia, Washington, Oregon. I'm telling you, only team that Oregon lost to was Washington. So, Yeah, I to me that's my top three. But no disrespect to Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State. All right, we off that. All right, next, let's talk some NBA, man. Lakers, Bron doing what he do, man. I feel like it's tough because I'm caught in between. Like I'm a Bron supporter, always been since he came in the league, even before he got to the league. Um, but I feel like there's a lot of controversy. People have their feelings about Anthony Davis. I would love to see Anthony Davis be healthy and play great and do what he do. But at this point, I just don't believe that he will. Just being frank. Always gonna support Brown and them. But if they could get some players, I don't know, like who do you bring? Throw it in the comments. Who do you bring the Lakers for Anthony Davis? If you was to trade him, who would you trade him for? Who would you get? Joel Embiid. Of course, he ain't leaving Philly, but man, I'll trade him any day for Anthony Davis. Speaking of the Sixers, or not the Sixers, I meant to say the Clippers. James Harden, man, a lot of talk about him too. He's I don't know. I feel like he got to get it together. Like every team he go to, he lose, right? And it's not just because the team sucks or anything like that. It's his attitude, is what he brings to the table. It's all of that. I think it got to change. If he doesn't accomplish, at least get to the finals with the Clippers, I don't know, man. We might have to walk away from him. Shout out to the Spurs, man. I feel like they might be a piece or two away just from taking it all the way down. Wembanyama, I always butcher his name, sorry. But he, y'all know what I'm talking about. He's balling out. I feel like Greg Popovich, with his coaching abilities, like even though he has a young team, and you just gotta watch out for them. I just gotta throw that out there. Watch out for the Spurs. I'm not even a San Antonio fan, but I always respected them. You gotta watch out for them. You can't sleep on them. Denver, their coach, he's expected to be the highest paid NBA coach, I think, in history. They ain't put the numbers out. At least I haven't seen it. But shout out to him. He got a contract extension for what I saw earlier. And I think that's cool, man. It's like this. You have some people, like some players, they get all these max contracts, they get all this money, they never even been to a finals. They haven't been to a conference finals. They haven't won anything, and they getting all this money. So I like to see when a coach wins something and get paid. So no matter what team you play for. So all right. So that's my sports. Let's talk about some more topics. I saw a story with Meek Mills. Meek Mills told a story during the interview, I think it was, when he was saying how he a while back when he was younger, he was somewhere with Jay-Z. Jay-Z was there, and he was like one of the Rockefeller chain. And he was like, yo, like he knew, like if he was to buy it, he was like, it, what I'm saying, it's one thing, but to get it off of Jay-Z's neck would be like it, right? So he was thinking about it the whole time they was out doing whatever they do. And he built up the courage, like, yo, can I have your chain? And Jay took it off and gave it to him, man. And I thought that was an interesting story. I'm sure that you find the story, the way he told it, more entertaining, but just in a high level, I thought that was dope. I thought that was a dope hip-hop story. So shout out to Meeks. Another story, here we go. I saw a podcast with Suge Knight and I think Nick Cannon, and they was talking about Coach Prime. I didn't know this, but apparently he was signed to Death Row. Coach Prime was signed to Death Row, and they didn't, powers that be didn't think it was good for his image and all that, so they kept that on the low or whatever. But I thought that was kind of dope to know Coach Prime was signed to Suge Knight, Death Row. That was kind of slick. Must be the money, right? I think actually that was made on Death Row. So you always hear all this different Coach Prime stuff. That was one thing I never thought I would hear. Coach Prime was signed to Suge Knight. So shout out to Suge and Coach Prime. Let's see. I saw J. Cole. He was talking, and he was saying how Jay-Z and Drake are the best to ever do it. Far as like artists and making songs and stuff. And he was saying like Drake got all these like a bazillion hits and Jay-Z do too. The difference is he was saying Jay-Z has more cultural type hits. Like when you hear certain songs, it strikes and a chord with the culture. Versus Drake just got just general bunch of hits or whatever. And how he was giving them their flowers and everything. And so I thought about that and I was like, everybody got their opinion and everything, but I think he might have something right there. Like Jay, when you hear Jay, like put in the comments, when you think of Jay-Z, what's the first song you think of? You can even say, what's the first album you think of, right? For me, I heard Jay-Z since I was very young. And I didn't become a Jay-Z fan until I started to become a Jay-Z fan toward Hard Knocks Life. Volume 2, I think. But then I became a Jay-Z fan with The Blueprint. Prior to that, I was Nas fan all day. Like, strictly Nas. Like, I was like, I don't know what the bias was. This is even before the beef, like right before the beef. Like, I was like, yo, I like Nas. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I like Nas more. Illmatic was everything for me back then. So I was like, I ain't listening to Jay. But then when I heard The Blueprint, that changed it for me. So, and when it comes to Drake, I feel like he has for a long time he had a lot of relatability. Like people like certain things, certain aspects of his music. So I'm not mad with what Cole said. I can't just go ahead and be like, oh, them two the greatest ever. But I feel like they made such a huge impact in the culture and in music that I can't be upset about what he said. All right. Let me see if I can find this video. I don't have it up. So there's a video going around, viral video, where there's a lady on a plane. She don't have no idea she's about to get proposed to. So the husband has everybody on the plane be quiet. They all got, the cameras out, got their cell phones out, and they being quiet while waiting for her to come out the bathroom. While they waiting for her to come out the bathroom, man, she blew it up. She's lighting it up in the bathroom, and everybody hearing the noise. It was super awkward. I'm like, I'm thinking like if I was the guy about to propose. Like if you the guy about to propose and you hear the future wife lighting it up and everybody's hearing that number one, okay, here we go. Option number one is, are you embarrassed? Right? I'm sure you had to be somewhat embarrassed. Are you embarrassed? I mean, but it could have been him. Anybody could have did that, right? But two, is it his fault for making everybody be quiet? You know what I'm saying? If they weren't quiet, they would have never heard it. Or three, are you like changing your mind? You like, you know what? I can't even do it no more today. Like, I'm still gonna propose, but I gotta propose another time. They just killed the whole vibe. I don't know. I thought that was an interesting interesting video. I thought that was funny. All right. So this was just a quick podcast. I just wanted to hop on here and do something real quick. Me and Canary will shoot something again, I'm sure, and drop it soon. But I wanted to shout out everybody out there who wished me a happy birthday. I appreciate it. Blessed to see another year. And tap in with us, man. Tap into all the shorts on the playlist. On this podcast, check out Canary's channel. Check out my channel. I gotta post some more stuff, some new stuff on there. But I got like hundreds of videos on there. Like I got music. I got a lot of different things. So definitely tap in with us. If you don't know our history, our background, if you're new to the channel, check in with us, man. Canary is a dope music artist and podcaster as well. I'm a dope artist. I do a lot of different things. We had podcasts in the past. So check us out, support. Even if you on the corporate side of things, if you on LinkedIn, hit me up. Check me out. I do a lot of different things. Like I said, it's all about networking and connecting. And we appreciate y'all. At this time, it's time to say peace and love. It's the SLYCE.